Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another episode. Today's episode is going to be all about the Blessing of the Jeeps. This is the original Blessing of the Jeeps here in Mesick, Michigan. It's a pretty fun event. We've gone to the past 3 years now, and it's pretty cool because they have a large variety of stuff that happens, and they do what they call the blessing message. We actually didn't make it in time for the blessing message because we were running some trails before we got here, so I'll have to skip out on that. But we are here walking the Vendor Midway right now, so let's tag you guys along, show you what the Blessing of the Jeeps is all about. The Blessing of the Jeeps is an annual event that takes place in Mesick, Michigan that attracts Jeep enthusiasts from all over the country. The first ever event took place in 2001, gathering people who share a love for Jeeps and Jesus. Some of the events at the Blessing include a Christian band, the Blessing Message, a Jeep show and shine contest to show off your Jeep before it gets dirty, a raffle drawing, vendors, a kids crawler course, and a swap meet. Over the years, the event has grown so large that several obstacle courses of varying skill levels have been built, along with a mud pit for those daring enough to attempt. The event is run by volunteers, and each area is staffed and run by different Jeep groups from across the state. The event has grown so much that it donates a portion of its proceeds to multiple nonprofit organizations chosen by each group. Come along and join us for another year at the Blessing of the Jeeps. Oh, and I should mention, beware. You can easily find yourself spending too much money on upgraded Jeep parts as you make the trek across the Vendor Midway. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
We actually decided to jump my GoPro auto.
There you go. Now you got it.
I can get it.
Alright, so we left the Blessing of the Jeeps, and now we are headed to try and find a campsite. So right now we're headed down this sandy wash hill in search of our next campsite. So it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I think I've got one scoped out pretty good.
Wow.
Alright, we'll see you guys at camp. Campsite. I think we nailed this one. So I'll give you guys a quick little tour of camp once we get situated. We're gonna back the Jeeps in, pull the Jeeps into where we're gonna set up our tents, and then we'll get everything set up and we'll check back in then. All right, so this is Dennis and Steph's first time with their new rooftop tent. So let's check in and see how they're doing. What you got, big house?
Gotta move up a little bit, get that branch out of my tent.
All right,
Where's the other?
we had dinner. Now, Dennis and I, we're gonna try and go up there.
GoPro up there with time lapse. The battery left.
All right, well, we have finally settled into camp. We've had dinner. Dennis, Aspen, and I walked along this ridge. It's very top there, and really pretty spot overlooking all of the horizon. It looked really pretty. So now we're just chilling by the fire, enjoying some good company, hanging out. Really doesn't get much better than weekends like this, where you just get to camp with your friends. Good morning, everybody. So we had a nice little storm last night, right before we went to bed, or right as we were going to bed. We were sitting around the fire. Elizabeth had already taken Aspen up into the tent to go to sleep, and probably, I don't know, maybe an hour later, something spurred us to look up the weather and saw that there was a big line of storms coming through. So we got everything closed up and we hit the tent, and there's a lot of thunder and lightning and decent amount of wind and rain, but everybody was all right last night. It's a good night's sleep. So the Moores are packing up their tent right now, and we're all ready to go, other than getting Aspen put in his car seat and shoes put up, and we'll be ready to hit the trail. So I think the plan this morning is to go see if we can find where this trail meets up, because there's a trail up there, and if that works out, we'll see if we're gonna run any more before we head back towards home. But yeah, just a nice chill weekend, running over at Blessing of the Jeeps and doing a little camping and trail riding. Sir, may I have your driver's license and registration, please?
He wants out.
Mom, I'm out! I'm out! Can you say hi to everybody? Good morning! Hey!
Cheese!
Wow. So we found the spot that we were hoping to find along the trail, and here's our view. This is pretty wild. So last night we camped right down there where you can see the sand at the top of the little hill there. It's a shorter hill, much shorter than this one. And then Dennis and Aspen and I walked all the way up this ridge to the top of here. You can see plenty of room for camping in here. This is a good spot. So we made it down here to the bottom of number 19 road trail, and here's the view that you get right on this corner of the Manistee River. Really, really pretty. There's a couple campsite areas. There's this big area right here. There's a couple fire pit areas. There's another little grassy field that you could set up some ground tents in. And then as you kind of continue back up the trail, there's one other spot right off the bluff from this river. Really, really pretty. So we just stopped here for a quick break. We needed to stretch our legs a little bit, let Aspen get his diaper changed, grab something to drink, and just chill for a little. And now we're getting ready to head back up the trail and head on out of here. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's all we have here for you today. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.